Coach, just an opening statement from you. Do you have?
That's a game we should have won.
I guess how frustrating is it given you guys were in control of the lead the first 3 quarters?
Extremely frustrating,
It's just what can you make of, what do you think went wrong in your eyes in that fourth quarter?
We're turning the ball over against the zone. I didn't think we executed. And when we did make passes out of them, they were inaccurate. They didn't lead to anything good. They were not on time, not on target. Our readiness was poor. We gave up a 3 on a baseline out of bounds because we're walking around, and that's been something this year that we've struggled with and repeatedly talked about. And so I just think our habits, And for them, I thought they did a great job. Playing without Allison Fertig, they have winners on that team, people that know how to win, and I thought they just took the game and made plays in the fourth quarter.
Lexie, how frustrating is it given how close you guys were and in control for 3 quarters there?
It's frustrating.
Coach, just have a quick one for you. Olivia's injury, do you know what it is at this point?
Pretty sure that she's going to be done for the year, unfortunately. So she'll get an MRI on Monday, but we're thinking that's what's happening. So,
in terms of that potentially kind of shortening your rotations, how difficult was that so early on in the game? And then I think you guys only had like 3 people off the bench tonight.
Yeah, we right now only have 8 healthy bodies, and unfortunately that happens to teams. Our men's team's going through it, and it's just tough. And I think sometimes it can be a positive because you know exactly who's going to play. Kendra's going to get more opportunities because our post rotation just went down. And I think Olivia definitely helps us. We missed her in this game, especially against the zone. She's a really good passer and stuff, and a good post defender. So I just feel for her. She's had a lot of injuries in her young career, and this setback, not just the physical part, it's so mentally challenging to come back from injury and get healthy and then get derailed again. And so, I just really, really feel terrible for her because she worked so hard to get healthy coming back from last season to be healthy this season. And so I think we're all just really disappointed for her.
Can you take me through that last look? It looked like a really good drawn-up play, and then Tori gets a great look as well. What did you see from your vantage point?
Exactly that. They executed it really well. Tori read the defense and attacked the closeout to a slide 3. She got a great look. It just didn't go in, and that's a 3 she's hit before for us. And if we had to play him again or be in that situation, she would probably take that shot again. It just didn't go in today.
Last thing from me, I saw Izzy in a boot. To what extent is she injured?
Probably similar to Olivia. Maybe we can get her back. We're probably not, unfortunately. So,
Coach, the season obviously isn't over, but for senior night tonight, can you just talk a little bit about what the senior class has meant to this program?
Yeah, obviously Lexie, career leader in games played. I just think that speaks to her consistency, her longevity, being able to stay healthy and take care of her body. And just, it's not easy to do this for 5 years, mentally, physically, all of that. And I think she's grown and gotten better this year, and I think she stepped into a go-to player role for us this year, and we've needed her to do that. And she's so versatile, and I think if she wants, she's going to be able to play professionally for a while if she chooses to do that. Audrey, Tori, Hannah, and Kiki, we're going to miss them. Obviously, this year, Tori and Audrey are really the ones playing a lot for us. And we'll miss, Tori's 3-point shooting ability, her ability to defend the ball and play on and off the ball on offense. And then Audrey, obviously, very competitive, high motor kid, and just plays so hard all the time. And we'll miss that level of intensity and everything that she does.
And Lexie, same question for you as one of those seniors, just what the program has meant to you, I guess, so far.
The program has shaped me into the player I am today, so I'm very appreciative of it, and has also just helped me a lot outside of life and developed me as a young adult going into the world.
Coach, has it just been frustrating that it's like there's one game you guys are up and you get a win, and then the next game something else different happens, and just the inconsistency as the season has gone on?
Yeah, it's it's funny. I think we've been a team that we just find, especially in the preseason, we would just keep finding different ways to lose games. We'd fix one thing, and the next game we wouldn't do something well that we did the game before. And for me, I've just continued to try to show up and help them as much as we can. And I think we play really hard, and I appreciate that about our team. But yeah, the inconsistency piece is really difficult to coach because you just don't know what you're going to get every single game. And that's been hard. But, I think like for players like Lexie's been consistent for us, and I think given us everything that she has this season, I really appreciate it. And, besides the 3 seniors playing, we're pretty young. We're playing freshmen and sophomores, and I think that can come sometimes with some inconsistency, or that can come playing young players, that inconsistency piece. So yeah, it's been challenging. I don't think this year has gone how any of us were anticipating. We had some injuries early, and kind of got back on track with the team at the beginning of conference play, and here we are again. We're kind of getting riddled with injuries a little bit. So it's just been hard. But I think it's life. Nothing's easy. And you guys know in your jobs, like there's ebbs and flows when things are good and things are challenging and don't go the way you think. And so we're not unique to that. And I'm definitely not complaining. Like we have a great situation here, and I get to coach basketball. It's a fabulous job. I love it. And you can be disappointed in 1 minute and very grateful in the next minute as well.
I know one game at a time mentality for majority of programs here in Nevada, but with the few games you have left in the season, especially the fact that you only have 8 players really on your roster, how do you look to sort of improve and change throughout the back end of this so that we can possibly make a push for the Mountain West tournament?
Yeah, great question. I think for us, like continuing to focus on being a good defensive team, and I thought for 3 quarters today we were a very good defensive team, and that's got to be our bread and butter, is that we can defend and hold people, probably in the low 60s to have a chance to win. Offensively, we have struggled to shoot the ball as of late. The last 3 games has been a big struggle for us, and so continuing to get our players in the gym and getting them game shots and trying to keep them as confident as possible. And I think going down and playing back-to-back days with a shortened rotation, you can look at that as something that's a challenge, but most teams, they're playing 8 or 9 players anyway. It might not be the 8 that we would normally be playing, but those are the 8 that we have, and we'll just try to get that group as ready as possible for that.
Lexie, personally, what do you think you're going to be your role in for the last few games, trying to make that push for the same question, basically?
I think just trying to lead the team and just give everything I have, because there's nothing else left after this.
Thank you, guys.